Hi everybody and welcome back, and what I'm going to do today is go through an escape and evasion scenario, a little demonstration of how to use some bits and pieces of kit that are fairly cheap and may actually save your life one day. So this is a bit of a follow on from my escape and evasion kit video, but what we're actually going to concentrate on is just one small scenario and using bits and pieces in a practical scenario. Just a little bit of a background then. Some of the people watching this will probably be thinking, this is Cloud Cuckoo Land's fantasy stuff. However, there are a lot of people abducted or kidnapped every year, especially in more remote regions of the world. So places like Asia, South America, Africa, places like that, obviously people trafficking is rife. It's a 150 billion industry per year, you know, and abductions and kidnappings are rife in certain parts of the world, especially when you're mixing into the scenario things like drug trafficking, you know, stuff like that. Also, not always in more remote regions of the world does this happen. You know, you've got in the USA alone, they have 600,000 people go missing every year. Obviously, some of those people do get recovered. Some of those people have just kind of run away from home or something. There'll be kids and stuff, but a lot of them don't. You know, so. You know, things like organised crime and, you know, your drug trafficking, your people trafficking and stuff, it can have quite a, you know, a bad effect on what's going on in the world. And one of the things that can happen is this exact thing: kidnapping and abductions. Okay, so just a couple of things, and what I've got is a couple of items here from that company Jacobite Solutions, which I think supply and make some really good bits of kit for this exact thing. So the first thing I've got here is a friction line. Okay, and that's a pre-made friction line. So in my previous video I used a bit of normal paracord and I just looped over the lines. Now this has got pre-made loops on the end with a slip knot, so basically you just put that over your foot or whatever to help break what you've been held with, whether that's plastic cuffs or whatever. And it's actually knotted so it can't go on itself, so they've got the knot in the end there to stop it from basically going back on itself, and that can be hidden quite easily within your clothing there. The other thing I've got is this E-cutter blade. Okay, very small but quite a sharp little blade there, so that can be great for cutting through bonds, things like cords and ropes, seat belts, stuff like that. And then the last thing I've got is this breaker toggle. Okay, so this is what I used, made a demo of in the previous video, of breaking a piece of glass, and this is great for breaking out of something like a car. If you've been bundled in the back of a car, they've locked it and they've maybe left you unattended for a bit, this is a perfect bit of kit for escaping out of that sort of scenario. Get the car. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is take a pause, listen. Make sure no one else is in the car. Make sure no one's in the vicinity by just listening. Once I think I'm in the sort of like on my own, and then nudge up the blindfold, have a little look. When I'm happy, get it off. Then what I'm going to do is get into my trousers and reach for that friction line. It's not easy to get out, but it's workable. Okay, so once I've got that out, I'm going to make sure the loops are good to go on either end. I'm going to keep looking around, make sure nobody's coming back to the car, otherwise I'm going to get a good kicking. Obviously, if someone was to come back to the car, I'll get that blindfold on pronto and pretend I'm complying. Right, then I'm going to pass that friction line through the plastic cuffs. Kind of awkward, but it's through nearly. I use my teeth just to bring it through. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to pass the loops over my feet. tension on, and then use a seesaw motion, break those plastic cuffs. There we go, done. Okay, this is now simulating that I've been tied in to a strong point, or they've locked off the seatbelt in some manner. So what I've got inside my trousers here then, this is the E-cutter tool. So it's just like a little small knife blade. That's hidden there, it's like a little sharp edge there. And to get some leverage, I can get my finger around that little cord, just cut through that. Okay, so that's that done. I'll put that away because that could be used later. Okay, so what I'm going to do next then is take the breaker toggle off my jag hip and thread that there. Find out where the hard end is, that is it there. Now I'm going to expose the actual hard surface of the bead there. Make sure that's fully out of the little rubber thing that it's encased in. Put my thumb up against it and go for it. Okay. Once I've done all that, I'm going to reach round, grab the door and make a run for it. Okay then, so that was the scenario then. I hope you enjoyed watching that and saw the actual bits of kit in practical use. As I said, all those items are available from Jacobite Solutions. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, shape or form. I just, I've seen their kit and I think they make some great stuff, worth using, practical gear. Okay, so check them out if you're into this sort of thing. And again, this isn't fantasy land. If you are travelling to more remote regions of the world, this is the sort of thing that can potentially mean the difference between life or death, between you getting shoved in the back of a truck somewhere and disappearing off for the rest of your short life, or possibly escaping and making your way back to safety. Okay, so I hope you like what you're seeing here. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. If there's anything else you'd like me to cover, any people out watching there, just give me a shout and I'll look into it. And any comments, any observations, put them in the comment section below. Cheers.